My dear friends, this Lenten reflection I bring to you the beauty of imperfection. Lent has a way of bringing out our imperfections into light, not to expose us, but to heal us. It invites us to stop pretending we are whole on our own. That's pretense. We cannot. The Gospel of John tells us, without me, you can do nothing. So Lent invites us to stop pretending and to recognize that God meets us most tenderly in the places we feel most unfinished. So he comes to finish it, to restore it, to build us up. We often imagine we imagine holiness as flawlessness, as if God were waiting for us to get everything right. But Scripture tells us a different story. God walks through the hesitant, the wounded, the ordinary. God chooses people with rough edges and complicated histories. Grace does not wait for perfection. Grace grows in the soil of our humanity. Therefore, imperfection becomes beautiful when we allow it to be a doorway rather than a wall. It is beautiful when it softens our judgment of other people. Beautiful when it teaches us compassion for others. When it reminds us that we need God. When it keeps us humble, honest, and real. That is when imperfection becomes most beautiful. Lent is not a season of self-rejection. It is a season of truth-telling, inviting us to look at our lives without fear or shame, trusting that God's gaze is always kinder than our own. God is always kind when he gazes at us. When we stop hiding our imperfections, we discover that they are often the very places where God's love takes root. Just right. So this season, we might ask ourselves, where am I holding myself to an impossible standard? What would it look like to let grace, not perfection, guide our steps? How might God be using my imperfections to shape me into someone more compassionate, more open, more alive? The beauty of imperfection is that it keeps us close to God. It reminds us that we are loved not because we are flawless, but because we belong. Lent teaches us that holiness is not about pushing ourselves into something impressive. Rather, it is allowing God to transform us from the inside out. And in that transformation, our imperfections become not obstacles, but openings. Places where light gets in, places where love breaks through, places where resurrection begins. Dear friends, the call is to be holy, not perfect. Don't be afraid of your vulnerability, but be humble enough to stay connected to the one who gazes at us with love, the one who is able to transform and to restore. May God bless you.